Want to know more about Lady Lilith? Hey besties, it's Ashlyn, your local Lilith devotee. I just wanted to come on here and kind of make a small video going over some of the questions I've been getting in my DMs about Lilith and her lore. And I'm going to be making a more in-depth video about this, I think, on my YouTube channel, which is really new, brand new actually. So next week sometime you should see a video more in length talking about the various aspects of Lilith and her lore, but this is just going to be like a kind of a quick short one. So let's dive in. Let's see where we want to start. And real quick, before we start, I just want to make everyone aware I am in no way an expert on this. I'm still learning myself, but there are other sources you can go to besides me as well. Google, there's a couple creators on here like Rose of the Divine Feminine Witch, Coco's Cauldron. Oh my God. When I first discovered Lilith and kind of was brought on her path about a year ago, Coco's Cauldron was the first one she led me to, and what a plethora of information that has been. Also, fair warning, I am a mom. You will hear my kids. You will hear dogs. We are human and have lives outside of TikTok, okay? So bear with me. So let's start on her origins. Now, where we see her the most is in Judaic folklore and mythology, but she's actually much older than that, like Mesopotamia, Sumeria. What I know of her creation is that she is Adam's first wife, created with Adam, but not of Adam. She herself was born from the womb of the first goddess with Enki, the creator god's DNA, and Adam was created with the creator god's DNA, but she was also born of the womb of the first goddess, refused Adam's advances, and then left the Garden of Eden and is this goddess that we know her today. Some refer to her as a demon. I don't like that, and here's why. Who told you she was bad? Who told you that following her was wrong? Probably the church, or probably people who want to sway you away from this path. And I just don't see her in that way, especially knowing her origin story. And if you do your research, which I highly encourage you, take more than just me and more than just one or two sources, really dive into her origin yourself and more in detail, and you will see that's just not the case. You can't demonize. I mean, would you want to be demonized if you didn't want to lay beneath a man? It just doesn't make any sense. So I don't refer to her as a demoness, just a goddess. Lilith herself has kind of worked her way into numerous cultures across all different corners of the world. That's why you will see other names like Ishtar, Ayana. I don't believe it's Astarte. I'm pretty sure Astarte is associated with Astaroth. Fair warning, many heathens in the room. Also, my nails look terrible. I'm getting them done tomorrow. Side note, anyway. Another question I get a whole lot is, what does her energy feel like? That is different for everyone. She appears different for everyone. She talks to them different. She uses different divination with various practitioners. So what she feels like for me may not be what she feels like for you. There are practitioners that say she feels like a really protective mom. For me, she feels like a really protective big sister. She also has this fiery energy. Like when I feel her energy, it feels like a feather of fire going up my spine or whatever area it may be at that time, but it's like a feather of fire. Night eternal, night, ancient queen of the desert, so a lot of heat, fire, just that fiery energy. Now how my daughter, I don't know if you saw that, she likes Lilith. How you're gonna know if she's reaching out to you, she might make it very obvious. She might. For me, I was practicing in a strict Norse pagan way for the last 8 years, and then she kind of just pushed herself on my timeline, pushed herself in my For You page, everything in my Pinterest, everything on my TikTok. I mean, just everywhere I looked was Lilith. It was very in my face. And at first I was a little hesitant. I didn't know a whole bunch about her, but then I did my research and I kind of just did an invocation for her with an offering and said, I'm willing to listen to your messages. I see you. I hear you reaching out to me. Can you give me some kind of sign what it is you would like to work with me in? And I kind of just built my relationship from there. It's different for everyone. She approaches people she wants to work with, yes, but you can also be the one that approaches her with respect. Please don't approach these gods and deities with anything other than respect. Some of them might be more formal than others, but I still would approach with the utmost respect. And then another question I get a lot is, what can you work with Lilith for? You showing everybody? She won't show her face, but she wants to show everything else. So for that question, it would be things like healing trauma, especially SA trauma, establishing and working with creating your own boundaries, figuring out what it is you would like for your own goals and desires, discovering and being accepting of your own sexuality, protection, glamour and beauty magic, shadow work, clip off. She is a goddess of the clip off, so there's that too. And there's other aspects to it. Really just depends. It's all about your research, knowing her story, knowing what she works with and how she likes to work with other practitioners to determine if she's a goddess you yourself would like to work with. I'm being attacked by a mini human, but yeah, that's the basis of kind of what I wanted to cover in this video. Again, I'm making a more in-depth video on this on my YouTube channel here soon, so look out for that. If you have any other questions, just let me know. I myself am growing, I am learning, I am taking all the information I can get, but I'm more than willing to share what I do know. And there are things like this that I wish I knew from other witches and such as I was starting that I really kind of had to look into myself. So if there's anything I could help you with, please let me know.